Well, everyone here on Stock Trader, Stock Twist is hoping you drop somebody. So good luck. We're all in with you.
We got a plan. Thank you for your support. Thanks for the questions.
Our next question comes from the line of Jamie Williams, private investor. Please proceed with your question.
Hello?
Hi there.
How's it going, bro? Dude, me and
Great.
Stockputs, we're all going crazy. We all want to know the plan and what these bullets, what your extra. We don't want a reverse split or nothing, and to hurt our profit that we already have.
Yep. So reverse splits don't work when you immediately follow them with something like a financing or something else that scares investors. You can actually do things that can instill a high degree of confidence. We mentioned a couple of these on our call a couple weeks ago. You could do things like declare a dividend. And I'm sure you were aware of this, but part of the reason why the stock has appreciated so dramatically is because our short interest, people that are shorting our stock, structurally had to leave. We showed them the door, and as a result, our share price rallied from 14 cents to as high as 95 cents, almost $1. And that's because people wanted to hold their stock in order to get that dividend. So if we had to do a reverse, the easiest thing you do is the next day or the next couple of days later, after the shorts have had a chance to come in and try to get their pound of flesh, you burn them by you declare a dividend. And guess what? They have to get out of your stock. So there's a game plan that if we're forced to do a reverse, we will do everything we can to protect your interests.
Right, but instead of doing this reverse split, you're going to offer these shares as dividend. I got 4,003 shares, I think, or 4 shares. I bought a couple, here and there and kind of up my average, but I'm at 45 cents and 1 or whatever, But I was so excited, dude, the other day when my profit was up to 112%, I think. It was like over $2,000 profit. And then it just kind of dives, and all this stuff going on, this negativity about these people saying that it's a scam and that you're a con artist. And I don't believe that, I want to
appreciate that.
Come out of this buy that, because I got 100% of my portfolio in you. I don't own any other shares of anything else,
Well, so there's very strict rules on sort of providing direct advice on what to do and how to do it. But we've executed a business plan as well as we possibly can. And if you ever go to most of these equity conferences, you see a room full of 500 companies. There might be 1 or 2 bigger than who we are today. And whether it feels like it or not, we've escaped the financial hell that is microcap. We now have capital options. We have a revenue-generating business. If we stopped trying to grow and we just shut off the discretionary activity that's leading to growth, we would be profitable right now. So just that dynamic changes everything. When you can issue a dividend, when you can do stock buybacks, when you can use debt to grow the business, you're not stuck in the same difficulties. And so I sincerely hope that, you're on future earnings calls. You're excited about the fact that the stock is continuing to perform well, but that's because the business is thriving and rewarding you with good financial performance. But
right.
Thank you for being invested.
Don't be doing a reverse stock split, okay? Just kill them with the dividend, and all of us are so excited about this. And it's going to go to the NASDAQ, you said, eventually? You're thinking?
So our plan is to file an uplisting. We think that Taronis Fuels may very well belong on the NYSE. It's an industrial company. It's got a technology, but it's also an industrial company. And I think the NYSE will be a great place for us. I mean, most importantly, as long as you have financial stability, if you're a 90-cent stock, 95-cent stock, 99-cent stock, no one comes and tells you have to get it to $1 or you're out. So that whole market is much less prone to short attacks. So there's a plan there for Taronis Fuels. Now, keep in mind, we've had 100 questions. Yeah, we've had millions of questions. I'm going to make sure you know two simple things, and then we'll move to the next question. Is the reverse split for Taronis Technologies has no impact on Taronis Fuels. So if you owned 1,000 shares today of each company, you will still have your 1,000 shares of Taronis Fuels. It is not affected by the reverse. Second, anybody who sells right now is benefiting you.
Right.
Anybody who gives up and sells their shares right now, if there are exactly, call it 85 million shares or whatever the most recent share count is, it hasn't changed materially in months. If those people sell before they get their share, then your ownership stake goes up in the new company, because 85 million shares does not mean 85 million shares will be issued. If you don't hold and you give up, someone forfeits their right to the shares in the distribution process, then there might only be 40 million shares outstanding or 50 million shares outstanding of Taronis Fuels. So all these people that are selling right now, you should smile, because that means your ownership stake in the new company is going up. Does that make sense? You might end up being lucky enough. You guys might be lucky enough to sit in this investment and have a $2 stock price in Taronis Fuels when it gets listed, strictly because other people gave up. There's less shares. Less shares does not mean the value of the business went down. So if an analyst comes out and says, hey, this business is worth $100 million, there's only 50 million shares outstanding, theoretically that stock could be worth $2 a share. And I think everybody would be thrilled if that happens.
I would love that. Well, me with my 4,003 shares or 4 shares, that's,
it's worth it. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So just to keep everybody get a chance to be on the call, ask your questions. I thank you for your time, but let's go to the next question, please, moderator.
Our next question comes from the line of Dan Strebel, private investor. Please see with your question.